Hi, folks. John here, your favorite high-tech redneck. This is going to be another video in the powder coating series. What I'm going to be making today is a Lazy Susan for powder coating parts. This one I'm making a rack. I got this little Lazy Susan. They're pretty cheap, a few bucks for this. And then I'm going to put this piece of wood on top with this old wire rack from the toaster oven in the other video. So if you didn't see the video on how to hack the toaster oven, you can go back and see that one. But I'm going to put the rack on here so it's elevated off the wood, so I've got better contact surface and somewhere to put the ground clamp. Because powder coating is all about electrostatic attraction. So you've got to have ferrous metal parts that can conduct electricity for powder coating to work. And there's going to be a ground clip that I put on this rack, and the part's going to sit on the metal rack, so the part will be grounded to the rack. And then when I spray it with the powder is going to positive charge a very high voltage positive charge, and that will attract, coming out of the gun with that positive charge, it's going to be attracted and bond to that part. And in a nutshell, that's how powder coating works. It's electrostatic charge that holds it to the part, and it will stay on the part until it's baked and the resin cures and you've got your finished part. But for today, we're going to be making this Lazy Susan, so I can be turning this and spraying at the same time. Obviously with the ground clamp on here, I'm not going to be able to easily go 360, so I may think about some way to have this permanently grounded and be able to spin it a full 360 without losing my ground clamp. Anyway, we'll get started. Doing Lazy Susans can be a little tricky because if you could imagine, I'm going to screw the base down, but then can't get to the holes to screw this into here. So what we have to do is we're going to mark this out on the base plate, and I got these long markers, which are great for going deep into deep holes. So I'm going to hold this steady first thing and make a few holes in here, or marks in here where I want my holes to be. Because what I'm going to do is now drill. I'm going to use these wood screws or panhead screws to mount this piece of plywood to the top of this. But I need to drill a hole through the wood big enough for this screw to go through so I can come up from the bottom. That makes sense? All right. And then once I get those holes drilled, then I can attach it here and we're off. So I'll be right back. We got to get the drill set up. Okay, and you got to pardon my work area here. This is the only place that I had some decent light. I'm going to put these down to keep the board off there, so if I do punch through too fast, I'm not going to drill through my scaffolding. Oh, here we go. No, not yet. Oh, that's why. All right. Almost went through. Thought it went through. Yeah, went through. All right. And make sure that the hole's big enough for, oh yeah, plenty big enough. All right. Next one. Yeah, on center, good. That one a lot faster. Yep, right on the money. Holy crap. Didn't have the chuck down tight enough, I guess. This is a great little drill. It's nice and light. One thing I don't like about it, there's no way to lock the chuck. At least that I figured out. So it's hard to get it tight. All right. Couple little burrs on there, no big deal. All right. So now, let's see, we got our bit. Now I should be able to this way. No, go on this one. That's going to go square on there, and then this one is. Oh yeah. It's this way. Be sure the holes line. Yep, holes line up. Great. So that's going to work. Make sure the holes line up. There we go. Good. All right, now I can secure this to the base. Oh, better take this down a few notches. I want to strip this out. There we go. Double check. Yep. Okay, I can see daylight through all those. Everything will line up just good. Every time I forget to set it down to speed. Here we go. Here we go. Base is on. Now, you can see, got that. All right, so this is going to be my top board. Make sure I can see. Yep. All right, good. That's centered on there. Oh, I just realized something. Did I make the holes big enough for this to go through? Because this has got to go. Ah, crap, it's not. All right. Okay. Take two. Got to make a bigger hole. Got to make the hole big enough so this goes down through the board, the screw in. Be right back. Okay. I'm going with a 1/2-inch drill. Got to be careful so I don't. Okay, if I turn it like this, I'll be safe and I won't actually, if I have it where it's in position, I could go through and bugger up and bend that. So if I turn it, I got clear. So I don't have to worry about buggering up the Lazy Susan part. Switch it to 2. Little reaming. Aggressive bastard here. There we go. Real close to the edge. I think I'll do it like this so I can see what's going on. Oh, you bugger. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now the bit's going to fit through just fine. Fabulous. All right. All right, set this down to 2. That'll work. Okay, everything's lined up. Good. Once again, forgot to set it back to 1. Perfect. There we go. Look at that crap. Beautiful. Wunderbar. All right, now to hold this onto here, let me see, where are those little clips? What did I do with the clip box? Oh, here it is. It was a snake, it bit me. I got these for a different project, but I think they're going to work fine here just to hold this metal down. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them should do. See how, like I was saying, after this, the next video is going to be about the dust collection. How I plan to, I'm going to make a box with just a simple box fan and a air conditioning filter, and this will go inside of the enclosure to keep the dust down that gets flying off into the shop. Go. It's still lined up. Good. Put one over here to keep it from racking on me. Ah, oh, dang it, dang it, dang it. Stay in one place. Stay there. Perfect. Why is that screw not wanting to go away? Let's try a different screw. That one was made on Wednesday, obviously. Everybody knows Wednesday, screws made on Wednesday, this don't work. Dang, what's under there? There's nothing there. There we go. Just a hard part of the board, I guess. That was weird. Probably would have had a little extra glue or something there. There we go. All right. Woohoo! There we go. Oh, that's not how I wanted it to be, but we can deal with it. We'll call it a design feature in case I need more room one way or the other. Okay? So we'll go with that. All right. So this is where your part would sit. Let's see if I can find a stand-in for the demo. What do I have to powder coat? All right, let's just say this piece right here. Set this on here in some way. There we go. Spray, 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 spray. Spray, spray, spray. That's it. Make sure I get all those corners, and then I can take my flashlight or my bright light and shine it down and look for any of those little, what do they call it? The Faraday effect, where sometimes when you got a bend like this, the magnetic fields from combining this flat surface and that flat surface, where those magnetic fields go, they'll kind of curve in and it will not attract the powder. So you have to manipulate your gun slightly to get a finer. Most powder coating guns can have an adjustable fan, so we can, spray real wide or adjust the nozzle and bring it down to a finer point. And then when you bring it down, when you have those little Faraday pockets, bring it down to a fine point, and then you just burst in there to pop and clean that up. No, that's right. We got a Lazy Susan. I don't need to pick it up. And turn around and hit that other side and look for any light areas. Pop it up again, and we're done. Then it's off to the oven. And then, yeah, I guess if I had a part like this, since this tray came out of the oven, if you see in the other video, I was talking about leaving the feet on so I could either have the oven standing up for tall parts or laying down for parts like this. You know what? Take these off. I just realized I don't want those on there. Bye-bye. Cool. Yeah, that'll work better. Because now once this is coated, you don't want to touch the part at all once you've got powder on it. And so now I can pick this up and carry it straight to the oven. And since this rack came out of that same oven, well, I know it's going to fit. There we go. Awesome. Yep, that'll work. So Lazy Susan, rack in oven, bake at 400 for 20 minutes, and we got a powder coated part. So please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the other videos in this series on powder coating. building a powder coating system for the garage. All right, y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.